nothing but the dog in me. Why must I chase the cat?
Good evening and welcome to Posse Presents. Boy, did I just almost get caught looking at my phone and not watching the fact that my intro was playing. Oops. Anyway, welcome back. We were away last weekend. Sometimes that happens. The show has been renewed for another season, which is a quarter. So that'll start in October and take us through the end of the year. So we're all set, which is nice to know. We don't have to scramble or do anything extra. We're good to roll. So the reason why we weren't here last week was for Bow Wow Bark in the Park. And we've got some pictures to look at. This was the group photo at the end. You know, God bless Juno's mom. She loves to do the group photos, and I think it's such a nice touch. I mean, you've got a who's who there, and we even got Alexandria, who was the organizer of the event, to come and sit with us, so that was really neat. Next, I love this picture, and I don't love too many pictures of me or with me in them, but this is me, my little Juno, and Hudson, and his dad, Rich, and we were just sitting there chit-chatting, waiting for everybody to line up for the picture, and somebody caught us. And there's my booth, or my table, or whatever you want to call it. I have to give a special thanks to that lady behind me who was busy stuffing the goodie bags for the contests. Some people know her as Coco Ring. Her name is Cindy. She's a dear friend, and she volunteered to come and help me out because the last two events, unfortunately, Zach couldn't get the day off. So I was really all by my lonesome, and you know, it's really a difficult thing when you're trying to man your table and socialize, and in this instance, you know, judging the contest, it just was really not going to work. So Cindy offered to forego being at the Desmond's Army booth and come and sit with me for the day, and she was just such a trooper and such a champ and such a help, and I just can't ever repay her for the peace of mind, if nothing else, that it started my day out with, knowing that, you know, the troops were coming to help me out. Next, we've got the judges table. Again, Sherry Joya of For the Love of Jack, Deb Young, Juno's Place, and yours truly, along with Jake and Juno, got to be the judges again this year. We were without Monique again because she was in Florida, but here we are, and I think we look pretty happy. We do the group photos again. Thank you, Deb. After each contest, one was the talent show and one was the costume contest. So this was one, and then again. Now this year we did something a little different. I commandeered the bullhorn, go figure, when it was time to start the contests. And one of the little known things is that, well, last year it was on her birthday, this year it was the day before her birthday. Alexandria kind of like doesn't even think about the fact that it's her birthday. She just pours her heart and soul into the event, and she makes it such a fabulous day. So yeah, I commandeered the bullhorn to announce the contest, to lay down, you know, the expectations, you know, forget your goodie bag, don't leave, we have prizes, etc., etc. But I also called out for everybody to give her a great big round of applause and to sing her happy birthday and embarrass the life out of her. So I succeeded twice. And, you know, it is what it is, but she appreciated it, and I know she did. You know, for people who just don't really think about themselves and put everything else first, it's kind of a strange sensation, but I know a much appreciated one. Next up. Oh, nope. Back up. There we go. I wasn't sure. I thought there was another one, but that's okay. All right, so that covers Bow Wow. And again, it happens every fall, and it's one to look out for. It's usually 2 weeks after the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty event, and it really is, there's 2 events that I table at, and that's the 2 of them, and there's a reason why I pick those, and that's because I love what they all stand for. So anyway, I've got some adoptables tonight. I put up on my page Friday asking, anybody who had dogs they wanted me to shout out tonight to post them for me, give me the information, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, I just have to mention, some people feel very strongly about, keep to the dogs in your own backyard, and some people are all about, it doesn't matter. And to me, it doesn't matter. I've got dogs from New York, I've got dogs from Connecticut, I've got dogs from Massachusetts in the mix. And realistically, if anybody wants to know sometimes why there are so many from not in this area, when I put up those requests, guess who jumps in and gives me their suggestions? So, if anybody has a problem with it, that's your problem, not mine. But in the end, the people who ask receive. So the first up I have is Felix. Now we have his pretty little face up there. Felix is yet another senior who was abandoned, and he does not belong in a shelter. Even though I know he's being very well taken care of where he is. Trust me, I know he's being very well taken care of and spoiled and everything else. It's still no life for a 16-year-old. Yes, he is 16 years old, they estimate. And that's an incredible lifespan, and it shouldn't end in a shelter. When I say end in a shelter, it's not because he's in any danger at the shelter. It's because he's an old guy. How much longer do you think he possibly has? And why are people abandoning senior dogs? Why is anybody abandoning any dog? Let's leave it with that. But a senior dog who's given his whole life, I can't even begin to imagine. So anyway, Felix does take a bit to warm up to people, and I can't imagine what he's been through, or why he wouldn't be that way. Why would he trust anybody? He was dumped. But once he does warm up to you, he is very friendly and playful. Felix enjoys walks, a little game of fetch, and just snuggling. At about 33 pounds, he certainly won't take up much room on your couch. He may take up your entire heart, but that's to be expected. Anyway, he hasn't been dog or cat tested. Probably be best, in my opinion, in like a more mellow environment, just due to his age, because face it, an older dog isn't going to be up for a lot of craziness. But he seems like just such a sweet old guy, and he really deserves to have the love and the comfort and just to be spoiled for however long he's got left. Obviously, it's a risky commitment when you think about, you're going to get attached and probably lose him, but think about what it'll do for him. Don't think about you. Think about if you can take him into your home, what you will give him. What he'll give back to you is all the love in his heart. But even if it's for a short period of time, isn't it better for you to be sad than for him to live the rest of his life in a kennel? And, like I said, not that he's not being spoiled there, but it's certainly not the same as being home. So if you are interested in finding out more about Felix, please, please, please call the Harwinton Animal Control at 860-806-8743. Once again, that's 860-806-8743. Next up, we have West. And West is kind of a storied dog because there was a big rescue involved with him. He was found on a ledge or something, and they really had to work to save him. But he's been waiting a year now to find a home to live out his days in. At about 10 years old, he's been overlooked repeatedly due to his age. Again, at 10, he's probably got several good years, if not more. Look at Felix, he's 16. So don't overlook the old guys. They're so worthwhile. Anyway, West is still very much young at heart. He loves to run and play and show off his paw trick. He's a mellow old soul who has waited long enough. While West has had successful interactions with other dogs, it's believed that he'd be best as an only. Again, you can't blame anybody for that, wanting to make sure that it's a placement where it'll stick and he won't get bounced again at his age. But if you want to find out more, if you want to explore the possibility of a meet and greet or introducing him to your other dogs, what have you, the best thing to do would be to call the Woodbridge, Connecticut Animal Control Office at 203-389-5991. Once again, that's 203-389-5991. Next up is Junior. And look at that sweet face. Junior is 4.5 years old. He's a lab mix who needs a new home. Junior is dog selective. He previously lived with a female Great Dane. So, maybe a bigger dog, a female, is his comfort level. And, good for him. That's fine. He's probably best with no small kids. Definitely no cats or small animals. Otherwise, he is a sweet, mellow boy who loves to swim. He enjoys belly rubs, and he gets really happy when you talk to him. Junior is currently staying at Pet Hotel Hadley in Hadley, Mass. And if you would like to find out more about Junior, you can call them at 413-586-5525. Once again, that's 413-586-5525. And no, that's not an upside down picture. That's Junior on his back waiting for a belly rub that he loves so much. Next up, we have Zeus. Look at how handsome he is. Zeus is an 8-year-old Rottweiler who needs a savvy, experienced home or a rescue to take him in. He's been waiting 2 years for a home. He was an owner surrender, and in his former home, he was mostly an outside dog. In spite of that, Zeus is crate trained, house trained, and knows many commands. His shelter buddies absolutely adore Zeus. He's calm and friendly and loves to play ball, and he does not react towards the other dogs at the shelter. He's an all-around amazing dog, and have you noticed those eyelashes of his? They're just white eyelashes. He is gorgeous. He doesn't have the gray muzzle thing going on. He's got white eyelashes. There's a most amazing video on his Facebook page, which is Come See Zeus. And it's with a volunteer going through steps and doing his little thing and, sitting and staying and, down. And he's just so well behaved. He definitely needs, he's the kind of dog who needs somebody to keep that up with him, keep him busy, keep him working. And, if you're a Rottie lover, if you've got the experience, if you're a rescue that can take him in, that would just be amazing because, again, the seniors don't belong in shelters, and he has been waiting 2 years. So if you are interested in finding out more about Zeus, you can call the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter at 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. And again, his Facebook page is Come See Zeus. Next up, we've got Kobe. Now, Kobe is another gorgeous senior boy. And if you see, he's got an upside-down heart on his chest. He's about 7 years old, and he's a newcomer at the shelter. He hasn't had a lot of time yet with volunteers, but let's help to make his stay short so that it isn't necessary for him to have his own team of, volunteers and walkers and sponsors. I did get a little more information in that he is very nervous and he's not adjusting well to the shelter. He may settle in with time, but why should there be time? Let's get him out of there, folks. He's probably just really scared, unsure of himself. Big, noisy, crowded shelter. It's very hard on these dogs. So if you're interested in Kobe, he is also at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, and you can call 516-785-5220. That's 516-785-5220. Let's make his stay a short one. Get him out so that, he doesn't end up deteriorating in the kennel environment. Next up is Simba. Look at that face. He is just beautiful. He has got that typical pitty, smushy face, that typical pitty, heart-shaped head. He's got that beautiful blaze on his chest that's almost perfectly symmetrical. He's just stunning. He looks like such a good boy. He's got so much soul in his eyes. And there's the body shot. He's just amazing. He's a sweetheart. He came in as a stray in 2016, and then back at the shelter in August of 2017 due to eviction. There's so much of this that we're seeing. Even after all these years, there was the whole big thing when people started losing their houses and this and that. Pets were the ones that were suffering, but it seems to me that there's still so much going on where people are losing their homes, they're getting evicted, and the animals are the ones that pay the price. They really are. Not that it's not tragic for people to be evicted, but, they will carry themselves, pack them up and move on and carry on. But the animals are left behind, and it's just so incredibly sad. Anyway, this poor guy deserves a true forever home. He's an easygoing dog. He loves people. He's dog friendly. He's good with older kids. He enjoys long walks, training for treats, and just being by your side. Simba has been overlooked at the shelter. There's just so many other dogs. And, I never really thought about it, but someone said to me a ways back when there was another brown dog, just another brown dog at the shelter. And I don't know, maybe that's a thing, but really he is so good. I can't imagine that he's been sitting for a year. There's no reason for it other than, he's getting overlooked. So let's try to help him along. He is at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter as well. And the number there is 516-785-5220. 516-785-5220. And he has a Facebook page, Simba Needs a Forever Home. Forever, get it? Next up, we have Dahlia. I love her face. She is a real beauty. She was picked up by someone who witnessed her being dumped off at a park. Unfortunately, the person was, too quick to try to get Dahlia, which was the right thing to do, and never got the plate, or that would be somebody who would totally deserve to have been brought up on charges for that. Anyway, Dahlia is 2 to 3 years old, a little nervous around men, I understand, but she adores women. Dahlia walks nicely on a leash. She loves to swim and play fetch. And that picture of her in the pool, that's hilarious because that's like her trying to do both. Dahlia seems interested in other dogs. So, there's that potential of, she may be good with others. She's a little girl at 40 to 45 pounds and would be a lap dog if you let her. I mean, come on, look at this face. Look at those ears. She is just beautiful. And, brindles and black dogs are the ones that are mostly overlooked in shelters. And that that's been a thing. I don't get the brown dog thing, but it seems to be something coming down the pike anyway. But look at how beautiful she is. I love brindles. My Bocce was brindle. She's just gorgeous. She's got the happiest face. She's got that pity smile. She's not a real big dog, so she's not gonna be as strong, I don't think. She's just like a little pocket girl, and she's gorgeous. I love this picture of her with the ball in the pool. She giving you stink eye, like, yeah, try and come get my toy. But anyway, if you are interested in Dahlia, I mean, I could look at her pictures all day. She is at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, 516-785-5220. I'm going to be saying this phone number in my sleep tonight, 516-785-5220. And she also has a Facebook page, A Home for Dahlia. Next up, really, really sad, is Ollie. And if there was ever a heartbreaker, this one is like just killing me. Ollie is a senior, and he's a senior with cancer. And, no senior should be in a shelter. No dog should be with cancer in a shelter. He's not especially comfortable. He's not doing really great. And he really deserves his final days to be comfortable. He deserves his final days to be ones filled with lots of love and being pampered and being taken care of. He's probably not got much time. It's a hospice foster, or what they call fospice. Somebody has to have like a real compassionate heart to take a dog in like Ollie, because there's really probably not going to be a lot of time. It's going to be about making him comfortable and keeping him comfortable. But he's so deserving. I mean, why should he have to die? The last thing he knows is a shelter and a kennel and all that noise and confusion. So if there's anybody out there who can provide for him just a final resting place, is basically what it is. He probably doesn't have that long, and it's just heartbreaking. He's lived with other pets, so that's that possibility, as long as it's a mellow household, because I'm sure, especially in his condition, it's not going to be a really good thing to have a lot of commotion and all that going on. But if you can open your heart to Ollie, please do. He also is at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter. Their number is 516-785-5220. That's 516-785-5220. And all of these dogs, and you can run through the pictures again while I'm gonna babble for a couple minutes here. Do you hear me? Hello? No. Oh boy, they're not paying any attention. Can you take that one down? And what I would like you to do is run through the adoptables again while I babble for a few minutes. There we go. Okay, so what I would ask you to do is share these guys, every last one of them. They're individually posted on the Pound Posse Presents Facebook page. If you've never been to my page, come by, like it, say hi, whatever. But these dogs are all posted there, and the best way to help any of these dogs is to share them. The more people that see them, the better off their chances are of finding that one special person, that one special rescue. It's their only chance. All it takes is one share sometimes, if it gets in front of the right pair of eyes. So imagine if your share was the share that brought any one of these dogs' homes. It's really the most I can ask of you, and I'd appreciate it. They'd certainly appreciate it if they were able to find a home, because we cared enough to do something about it. Share the show. You know, it's on YouTube when it's done. Just do something to help get these dogs the exposure that they really, really need to find their forever homes. And, you know, I say it over and over and over again, but for a dog like Ollie, a dog like Zeus, a dog like Felix, they don't have a lot of time left. So, yeah, share them, please. All right, I will take the camera back. Oh, Mike. And tomorrow is Pet Rock. Here's your cue. He's so not paying attention. Alrighty, kids today, what are you going to do? Anyway, tomorrow is the Pet Rock Festival. It's the 20th annual, and it's at Wyman Gordon in North Grafton, Mass. You can go to www.petrockfest.org if you want to find out more. The event runs from 12 to 5. I've been almost every year for the last several years, and it's a really enjoyable event. It's now in a new venue as of last year, which gives it a little more room to spread out, and there's better parking, so that's always helpful. But I will be there, not with a table, but I will be there. Zach will be joining me, and so will Sherry. And we're going to be hanging out with Juno's Place and Hudson the Railroad Puppy. I'm not sure if little Oliver is going to have a table there. Poor little Oliver wasn't feeling too well today. I'm not sure who else is going to be there. Obviously, Sweet Pea and Juno are kind of the same entity in my mind. But there's going to be a whole lot of good people to hang out with and come visit. And I look forward to seeing the friends that I always see there. So if you can make it, by all means, check it out. It's definitely an event to go to. All right, I will take the camera back. And how long do we have? Because I can't hear you. Okay. Yeah, so now it's like the sign language back there. That's all good. All right, so again, oh, okay, never mind. I'm going to say peace, love, and dogs. Until next time, thank you for watching, and good night.